Hello lovelies, welcome again to BrinaCreations, my channel. My name is Oge and I'm reaching you from Abuja, Nigeria. In this video I want to talk about drugs. How well do you know your drugs? How do you use your drugs? Do you know that there's a thin line between medication and poison? Do you know that the drugs you use that are supposed to benefit you and heal you or cure you, can actually harm you? Okay, welcome to this channel. We're going to be learning a lot today. So if you're new here, please subscribe and join this family. Welcome on board. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for tuning in again. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for your love. Okay, let's get this ball rolling. In today's video, I'm going to be talking from some discussions I had with a certain set of people. We're talking about the knowledge of God and God's love for us, and how with the power of God and our faith, we can be healed and we can receive our healings and all of that. The person talking mentioned a lot of things, quoted a lot of Bible verses where of course the thought for God, where it was stated that the thoughts of God towards us is of good and not of evil, that we may have an expected end, and that He desires for us is that we may live long and be in good health, even as our souls prospered. Yes, it is God's desire for us to live long and be in good health. That is the part I'm going to be talking about right in this video. So yes, God's desire for us is to live long and be in good health. However, the same Bible says that my people die because of lack of knowledge. Right? What does that mean? It means that so many things that we are not aware of are responsible for harming us, both physically and spiritually, in the things that we eat, in the things that we do, and our daily lives, in our going and coming. Now I'm going to narrow this video or this discussion to our food, the foods, not just the food we eat, in this case, our medications. What do we drink? A lot of people abuse drugs. I'm not going to go deep into that. Some people take medications, maybe they feel somehow, they just pop drugs into their mouth. I know some of us have had challenges and have had issues. Personally, my mom has used medications so much in her life that she became a doctor. We call her doctor because she could tell you, if you complain of one thing in your body, she'll tell you, go and buy this drug or you go and use this medication. As much as we may have those knowledge, if you're not a professional, please go to the doctor and be sure of whatever medication you're taking. Now, back to the discussion. What led me to this discussion? When we're having that discussion, I mentioned something. As much as I did not challenge what the colleague of mine was saying concerning God's love for us and the fact that we should key into the Word of God and receive our healings, and also the fact that Christ died, that by His stripes we are healed, I'm not going to doubt all this. I'm not going to challenge it. I'm not going to. They are all true. Yes, we should key into the Word of God. We should have our faith. We should, do the right things. Yes, and one of the right things is knowing what you're taking, doing the right things. First off, let me give you an illustration. Somebody who is a chain smoker has not given his life to Christ. By the way, some people who have given their lives to Christ still drink. I'm not talking about people who drink and get carried away or get so drunk and are lost. Yeah, occasional alcohol from time to time is okay, but don't overdo it, right? Now, let's assume somebody who is a chain smoker is keen into the Word of God, that His thoughts for him are thoughts of good and not of evil, and of course, that He lives long and be in good health. How can that healing come when the person has not stopped drinking? How is it possible that the person gets healed of a chronic liver condition, that abuse of alcohol has cost. No, for the healing to come, as much as our bodies can repair itself, yes, it is possible that whatever the condition we have can change and can be repaired. It all depends on what we eat. We are what we eat, right? So now the person that has the liver condition has to first stop drinking. That's the first thing to do. You can't keep drinking and be expecting that magic or miracle will happen and then the liver just corrects itself. No, you have to be willing to seek the face of God, and you can't do that without making conscious efforts to cleanse yourself, right? I don't know if I'm making any sense. If you have questions concerning what I'm saying, please drop your comments below. Drop your questions below. I'll be sure to answer your questions. Okay. So another thing what I mentioned in the video, okay, when I talked about a person with alcohol, a problem that keeps taking alcohol and is also expecting to be healed. Now, lack of knowledge. The person probably doesn't know that he's the one. He probably knows, but he doesn't understand the consequences, or that. I'm just trying to say here, speaking too many English here. I'm just trying to say you can't be keen into the word of God when you're not doing the right thing, or when you're not applying knowledge. Now, back to the second discussion I want to say here is the fact that this is from my own personal experience. I shared a video not long ago concerning moringa and the health benefits. I mentioned there that I used to have depression, and while this situation was happening, I'm a kind of person who, before I take any medication, I will try to read through the leaflets, because that is if I have the opportunity to see the leaflet. Because some medications don't come with leaflet; they just put it in this their um plastic bag and then write the name of the medication. I try to ask the doctors, the pharmacists, what is the name of this medicine, and they tell me. I try to make research where applicable if I have the opportunity to. Where I have the leaflets, I try to make sure I read leaflets all the time. However, sometimes we're not perfect. We can skip this. So when I was having depression, I was given antidepressants and I was taking this medication without necessarily reading through the leaflets. Eventually, I did, because I didn't like the fact I was taking antidepressant. I heard a lot of stories about antidepressant. I didn't want to be associated with it. So I picked up the leaflet and I started to read. And I saw things like mental health, chemical, brain, or whatnot. I can't remember all of this information right now. I'm like, what? What is this is going to happen to me? No. I don't think I want to be part of this. And then that was when I went to start finding ways I can get myself out of depression without necessarily using antidepressant. As a matter of fact, that research and that my experience has helped me a big time to be where I am today in terms of healthy living and all of that. So sometimes challenges will come to help build us for better tomorrow. Okay. So I read the leaflet when I saw it and I was like, wow, what if I had not read? So I was ignorant until I got knowledge, and it has helped me eventually, right? Now, the third part I'm going to be mentioning is another thing that ignorance causes. My sister is in the medical field, my elder sister, she's in the medical field, and she told me one day, she said a patient came to see her, a patient she had been, that's her patient, right? Had been to another country, and she was in the US at that time, by the way. A patient had been to another country outside the US and came back complaining of some health issues. By the time she was examined, some tests was run on her and everything. They found out that she was having slight kidney problems. Upon investigation and questioning and everything, it was found out that the patient was sick when she had traveled to the other country, and she was given some medication, and that medication she was given was responsible for the slight kidney issue that she had developed. Now, the patient was lucky because this issue was discovered early, and then my sister had placed her on some drugs that she was taking, including to take plenty of water, and eventually the patient was okay. So there are conditions of kidney and other conditions that, if found out early enough, can be addressed and to get so complicated as to result in the need for transplant or what's it called, dialysis, and of eventual death, may God forbid. So that is ignorance too. The person took medications and that could have resulted to complication in the kidney, but by God, with God on the patient's side, she was free. Now I'm going to be talking my own experience. Some years back, I was not feeling well. I had gone to a pharmacy to get medication. I didn't go to the hospital, by the way. I went to pharmacy to get medication, and one of the medications I was given is antibiotics. I didn't read the leaflets. Yes, I didn't. And then I noticed that when taking these medications, once I take this medication, I will throw up. And I was throwing up and I was throwing up like, what's going on? It was I was throwing up such that somebody by my side or somebody who saw me throwing up would be like, maybe this lady is even pregnant herself. Anyway, after 2 days, I wasn't feeling any better. I noticed that once I ate and I took my medication, I would throw up. I went back to the pharmacy where I got the medication. What did I find out? The guy was like, okay, let me find out what is going on. He went to the dictionary, the drug dictionary. There are dictionaries for drugs where they check the drugs and the ingredients and the side effects and all those kinds of things. Upon checking the dictionary, the guy found like, okay, madam, you're not supposed to take this medication with food. What that means is either you take the medication 30 minutes before food, or you take the medication 1 or 2 hours after food. The medicine is not supposed to mix with food. I'm like, can you imagine? And I wasn't told. Neither did I read the leaflet to find out this information. By the way, there was something else that was added. While taking these medications, drink plenty of water to avoid crystallization in the kidney. What does that mean? When you don't drink plenty of water, like I said in my previous video, most of these drugs we take, they report in the kidney or liver or any other part of the body, but mostly kidney. Now, imagine it's being broken down and there's no sufficient water. It will form a lump that may end up being kidney stone. And then somebody will start treating eventually for something that you could have just avoided. Please guys, if you are watching this video and you take medications without food, or you take medication with coffee, or you take medication with carbonated drinks, or you take medication with anything that is not water or something that is even mild enough for your medication, please stop. Some people go as far as taking medication without water. Please don't cause yourself problems. Like I said when I started this video, there's a thin line between prescription and poison, medication and poison. It just depends on how you use it. And when you're taking medications, please eat healthy, eat fruits and vegetables to avoid any reporting in the kidney, because these drugs have side effects sometimes. Take care of yourself so that you can live long. Our God's desire for us is for us to live long and be in good health, even as our souls prosper. I wish that you live long and be in good health. I hope to live long and be in good health as much as I want my loved ones to be. So that's why I'm sharing these videos. I hope this video is able to help you guys so that we're not ignorant of something that can cause us problems later in life. Please eat plenty of fruits and vegetables. Please eat healthy. I share recipes on healthy living too. I try to maintain a healthy lifestyle. So if you like these kinds of videos, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. And of course, click on the notification bell so that you can get updates anytime I share a new post. Share with your friends this video so that I can also learn and live healthy, right? Drop your comments below. If you have questions, please go ahead and ask me. I'll be glad to answer your questions. I'm always available, guys. And then give me a thumbs up if you like this video. I hope this video has been able to help you answer 1 or 2 questions, or even open your eyes to see things that you probably were not looking at before now. I'll be seeing you in another video. Until then, drink plenty of water, eat healthy, try and maintain a healthy lifestyle. Stay safe, and of course, direct your problems to God, and He's always there to help. See you guys in another video. Bye.